What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be discussing the top 10 manga of 2023 from their sales, okay? Specifically sales in Japan. It's going to be a very interesting list because some of these names actually even shocked me. So I can imagine that some of them might even shock you. So stick around for this video, guys, for the top 10 list of 2023's best-selling manga. All right, guys, starting our list off with number 10, we have Kingdom. Now, Kingdom is a Japanese-only manga. Quite unfortunate, really, because there's 70 volumes of Kingdom that are available right now in Japan, but it is seeing a decline. It just barely made the top 10 spot, and it sold 3,207,691 copies in Japan for the year of 2023. Kingdom is from Yasuhisa Hara, which is a Chinese historical war manga which reached 100 million copies in circulation earlier this year with the release of volume 70, and Kingdom is the first weekly Young Jump series to achieve that particular milestone. So hopefully they do port over Kingdom to English. That would be fantastic, but as of right now, it is a Japanese only manga. Quite unfortunate, but it is pretty damn good and deserves to be in the top 10 spot. Now, coming in at number 9 is Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers is by Ken Wakui. I hope I'm saying his name right. And it did see a considerable drop in 2023. It sold less than a third compared to last year's 11 million copies. So in 2022, it sold 11 million copies. In 2023, it sold 3,218,117 copies sold, which is still fantastic number. I mean, your top 10 in top manga for 2023 still, but considering it did 11 million the previous year, the reason why is because it's natural, ladies and gentlemen. It's natural to drop that much because the last volume of the series released in January earlier of last year in 2023. So the final series came out, the final volume came out, and that's why you're starting to see a slow and steady decline. I would not be shocked if Tokyo Revengers ends up leaving the top 10 spot in 2024. Next up on our list, which shouldn't really shock anybody considering the popularity right now, is My Hero Academia. So they're actually considering My Hero Academia to be a little bit of a disappointment, ironically. Apparently, it is struggling to stay in the top 10 spot, even though it's considered a semi-popular manga. Now, this manga is by Kohei Hirokoshi, and it did see a 34% decrease in sales, even with the season 6 of the anime airing until March of that year in 2023. And then, unlike 2022, the series did not release an anime movie this year in 2023, and the standalone anime season was just not enough to keep the pace up. So My Hero Academia is struggling to stay in the top 10, and it only beat out Tokyo Revengers by a couple 100,000 copies, which is not a lot considering that the numbers of what we're talking about when regarding manga. So My Hero Academia right now, number 8 in our list. I would not be surprised if things don't move up. It's probably going to drop to number 9 in 2024. Now going to number 7 on our list is Spyx Family. Now Spyx Family is an interesting one. I didn't necessarily understand why this was on here because I'm not too familiar with Spyx Family, which shame on me. I will definitely be checking it out in the future. But Spyx Family in 2023 sold 4,326,425 copies, ladies and gentlemen. This is a manga by Tatsuyo Endo, and this thing is blowing it out the water. It destroyed My Hero Academia by 1 million copies in 2023. Absolutely insane. But the funny thing is, it didn't do nowhere near as good as it did in 2022. It was a big shot in 2022, and it dropped out in 2023 by selling less than half of what it did last year. Pretty insane, right? Pretty insane, but still, overall, this manga is absolutely killing it in terms of the numbers, and it's probably going to be in the top 10 spot in 2024, but time will tell. Next up on our list for number 6 is Slam Dunk. Now, Slam Dunk is probably one of the biggest surprises for anybody. Slam Dunk is doing fantastic. This is a 1990s weekly Shonen Jump basketball manga by the legendary mangaka Takahiko Inoue, and saw a resurgence of interest thanks to the anime movie The First Slam Dunk, which debuted in Japanese theaters in December December of 2022. Last year, though, the manga by Vagabond and Real creators saw incremental rises in manga sales as a theatrical premiere date drew closer. This year, the series enjoyed a skyrocketing increase in sales as the anime movie reignited the passion of old fan series and introduced this iconic basketball series to the new generation. So this thing is absolutely killing it. It hit almost 5 million copies, 4,968,484 copies sold in the year of 2023. Fantastic job to Slam Dunk. Let's see if it will continue that trend into 2024. Now, next up on our list, number 5, we're halfway through. It is Chainsaw Man. Now, Chainsaw Man is killing it, and I just couldn't believe that Chainsaw Man was actually doing better than My Hero Academia. But yes, Chainsaw Man is destroying it in terms of sales for manga. Now, Chainsaw Man is by Tatsuki Fujimoto, and it continues to make waves in the world. I'm telling you, it's amazing. I have every single volume available right now, Chainsaw Man, and I highly recommend it. But in Japan, the Devil Hunting series rose 3 spots to take the 5th place after a more than 50% increase in sales. On the other side of the world, Chainsaw Man Volume 1 was the best-selling manga volume here in the United States, according to Bookscan. Part 2 of the manga series began in August 2022, and the momentum kept going strong after the first season of the anime ended in December of 2022. So Chainsaw Man is absolutely destroying it. It sold 5,348,618 copies, ladies and gentlemen, over 2 million more than My Hero Academia. That is fantastic. Great job, Chainsaw Man. Next up on our list for number 4, barely beating Chainsaw Man, is Oshinoko, which sold 5,413,091 copies in Japan. One of the most notable entries in the 2023 rankings is Oshinoko, written by Kaguya-sama Love is War author Aka Akasaka and illustrated by Mango Yokoyari. The anime adaptation of the idol, though, drama surely captured the attention of the masses, catapulting the series to new heights by selling almost 4 million copies more than it did in 2022. 4 million copies more than 2022. That is insane. So great job to Oshinoko. Over 5 million copies sold. That is fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially at our top 3. So if you're liking this video so far, please consider giving me a like, subscribe, comment down below which one is your favorite out of the top 10 list. Let's get into number 3. Coming in at number 3 is One Piece. Now, this is when the numbers start getting insane, ladies and gentlemen. One Piece, of course, has just been that continuous saga that just continues to just destroy the numbers. And One Piece, I was expecting One Piece to be number 1 or number 2. The reason why is because the anime live action adaptation, which was actually good from Netflix, has actually caused One Piece to resurge in popularity. Not only that, but it also took over in the United States popularity-wise. So One Piece has been unbelievably destroying it, but they are no longer in the number 1 spot, ironically. This manga, of course, has been created by Ichiro Oda and retains a spot in the top 3, which is great, even though it declined 31% in manga sales. The anime reached the long-awaited climax of the Wano arc in 2023, and the One Piece film Red finished its theatrical run earlier this year in 2023. Both factors boosted the series' popularity, raising One Piece Volume 105 as the best-selling manga volume of 2023 with a staggering 1.9 million copies sold. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that one singular volume, Volume 105, sold 1.9 million copies. Absolutely insane. Great job, One Piece. Next up on our list at the number 2 spot should shock absolutely nobody. Jujutsu Kaisen. This manga is killing it. Absolutely killing it, and the anime is killing it as well. The anime just recently ended its season 2, and they are just completely destroying it. 2 consecutive years at the top, Jujutsu Kaisen by Gigi Akutami fell to 2nd place after seeing a 30% decrease in sales compared to the previous year. Even so, though, it remains a powerhouse in the manga industry, with Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 21 being the 2nd best-selling volume of 2023 with 1.7 million copies sold, behind One Piece. The ongoing success of season 2 of the anime, covering the fan favorite Shibuya incident arc, has extended the series' strong presence in the manga market. The supernatural sorcery battle manga is serialized in Weekly Shonen Jump, and Viz Media's English print of release of Volume 22 is set to hit stores in April of 24. I am so excited, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Jujutsu Kaisen, one of the most amazing mangas you could probably read right now. And if for some reason you don't have it, go out and go get it. I highly recommend it. And with that, let's get into our number 1. Number 1, ladies and gentlemen, with an unbelievably staggering number of manga volumes sold in Japan, is Blue Lock, ladies and gentlemen. Blue Lock is shocking to me, okay? Blue Lock taking the #1 spot from Jujutsu Kaisen is just, it's very shocking, but it is a very good manga. So Blue Lock sold 10,527,146 copies sold. That number, when I saw that number, I couldn't even believe it. Blue Lock is by Muneyuki Kaneshiro and Yusuke Nomura and claims the top spot in 2023 after seeing a monumental increase in sales. After nearly tripling what is sold in 2022, this series has become the first Kodansha manga series to top the ranking in Oricon history. The hit anime adaptation, produced by 8-Bit, undoubtedly contributed to its meteoric surge in popularity, especially since it was timed to air in parallel with the 2022 FIFA World Cup, where the Japanese men's football team had a great run. Now, this manga was also highly popular on TikTok. I remember a lot of people were talking about Blue Lock on TikTok, and all the manga talks out there were buying it and showcasing it on their TikTok pages. So I guarantee a lot of that had to, do in bolstering the numbers of Blue Lock. But considering that it did over 2 million copies more than Jujutsu Kaisen, is just so unbelievably impressive, and they have taken the #1 spot for top manga of 2023. And that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this list of the top manga for 2023. If you did, leave me a comment down below. Tell me which one is your favorite out of the top 10 list. Leave me a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and we will see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.